Yo, what's up guys, Chazit here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going through how I set up Killjoy on Haven. We're going to be going through site by site, starting with A, going through to B and C. I'm going to leave all the timestamps in the description below so you can flick back and forth as and when you want to. But on with the video. Kicking off with the turrets, I wanted to go through the three main positions that I put it on in A site. First and foremost is up on these boxes. You place the turret just to the left and it gives you great vision down A long. It means you can hold the site with just one person, as you can either cover A short whilst this covers A long, or you can hold the back. Now it's really hard to shoot down as it is right in the corner and anyone peeking is going to have to fully extend their body out. And it's a similar story with the second position as well. This is on the boxes looking down A short. It means that you can cover A long whilst this does its work here, or you can cover the back of the site as well. Again, it's quite hard to shoot. People are going to have to really peek around the door at the bottom to get to it, so it's a good position. The third one is a little bit different. It's right out in the open on top of the box in the middle. Now, the turret only has 180 degrees field of vision, so this covers A short, A long, and the back entrance. This is best used when you're in a clutch situation and you're not quite sure where someone's going to come from. So yeah, very situational, but really good nonetheless. Moving on, and we're looking at the alarm bot. Now, again, this is very situational based on where you've put your turret. For A long, you're going to want to put it just to the left of the entrance. It covers the whole area of the entrance and is going to get the most people if possible. For short, you've got two options. You've got on the right here, which covers, again, the whole door. Or you can put it on the other side, as you can see here. Now, both of them cover the door, but the difference you get is people are going to peek one way more often than not, and generally they're going to peek left first, which I think means you're going to get more consistent damage from the bot, as people aren't going to peek right and kill it straight away. The third option is here. This covers the back entrance, and you're going to get less traffic this way because people are obviously less likely to flank around the back than go through the front. So I would use this, again, situationally, only if you're in a clutch situation, you know people may come from there. Moving on to the nanoswarms, and there's a couple of options here. First and foremost is to put it in the alleyway of A long. It's going to cover the whole site and no one can push up whilst it's open, so if you've got a couple of people in a team, it's really useful to keeping them out. Now, on A short, you can put it on either side of the door. It doesn't really matter too much. It covers the door anyway, so just make sure you put it on the side that isn't where the bot is. This one here is my personal favourite. You can put it in the rope of the attachment cables and it actually hides beneath it to a certain extent. This makes it really hard to see. Now when you actually set it off, it covers both sides, which is really good if people are arming or disarming a bomb. Now to have a look at how I personally set up, I put the turret looking down A long. I then go and put the alarm bot on the left of the door, and third and last I put the nanoswarm in the rope. Moving on to B, and there's only really a few places to put stuff on B, so I'm going to do it all at once. Now with the turret, the best bet is to get it as high as you can, and that is in this little spot here. Now, as you can see on the graphic on screen, this covers a lot of the areas as well as the door, which you would enter from A side. The other place to put it, of course, is on this little box here. Obviously, just covers different angles. It's a similar sort of thing, though. With the big old block in the middle, it's impossible to cover the whole site. Now, moving on, though, if you're looking at alarm bots, the best place to place it is going to be at the front. Now, you're going to get a lot of people trying to push through here or hard forcing their way through, so you may be able to get some damage on someone. And looking at nanoswarm spots, there's a few that are really good. Most people are going to plant on the back side of B here, so you can place the nanoswarm right in the middle, and when detonated it's going to cover almost the entire backside, so that can either stop someone from planting or it can stop them from defusing. Another good place that I found is a bit quirky admittedly, but when you often get people hiding in this little space here, you can just place a nanobot there. People aren't really going to notice it if they're in the middle of a gunfight, and when detonated it covers that whole area and you potentially get a kill from it. Another place you could place it is just to the right of the doorway here. That covers the entire doorway and could stop people from pushing through. So how do I personally set up? Well, I place my turret on the top of these boxes. I place the alarm bot just to the left of the door, and I place one nanoswarm right there. I like to keep a second one in reserve just in case you need it throughout the round. Moving on to Seaside, and there's quite a lot of places that we can play with here. So starting with the turrets, one place I like to use is in the garage facing double doors. You can put it just in this little corner here, and it can really repel people when they're trying to push through. The only danger with that is if they know it's there, then they can shoot straight through the wall and take it out. So just make sure that you move it around a bit as rounds go on. Another place that you can put it within the garage is here. Just make sure that you get the angle right, and obviously that isn't going to show them as soon as they come through the doors, but when they start to push up, then they're going to start to get spotted. Moving on to actual Seaside itself, there's quite a few places you can go here. You can place the bot up on this box here, which gives you an instant idea of whether they're pushing up C long. Alternatively, you can place it on this box here, which again gives you a similar sort of story. Now, one place that I like to use, which is great in later game, is just up on this box here. You can place the bot just behind this wall, so it takes the line of sight away from C long, so no one could shoot it straight down. But it gives you a clear idea of who's coming through garage, and it gives you a clear idea of who's coming through link. Moving on, and we're looking at the alarm bot. One of the most effective places you can place it is just here, covering C long entrance. Anyone pushing up is going to get hit by it and make them vulnerable. Another place that we can use it, which again is extremely effective, is just behind double doors. People are unlikely to check here first. I mean, they'll peek, but whether they'll have time to react or not is another matter. If you are stood anywhere around here, or even behind double doors back this way, and they get hit and vulnerable, then you can spray them and quite easily kill them through the door. Another place that's useful is just here. If people are pushing through C onto B or through double doors, then they're going to get hit again. Last but not least, another place I like to put it is just here. Now, as people hop over, if they're pushing onto C but through the back way, they're not going to see it and they're going to get hit straight away by it. If you're stood in link or you're at B site, you can easily run through here and you can wall bang them through the wall and kill them. Now, moving on to nanoswarms on C, and there's a couple of places where we can put them that are most effective. First and foremost is looking through double doors. If people are going to push through, you can place a bot right there. They're not going to be able to see it, and once detonated, it covers the entire door. If you can wall them in, or if they wall themselves in, then that's pretty much a guaranteed kill. Another place that is really good is just behind the plant spot. Now, firstly, most people are going to plant in this little square area here. So what you can do is if you crouch down and you right click the nanoswarm in there like that, it's not going to be very visible to the naked eye. I mean, people are only going to see it if they're really looking hard for it. But if you detonate it, you can see it covers that entire area and it's going to disrupt anyone planting or anyone defusing. Another slightly different spot, which I haven't seen mentioned in many videos, is just down C long. Now, if you don't currently possess C site and you want to attack and retake the bomb, then what you can do is if you look for this flower just here, the second one in, and you line yourself up perfectly with it on the wall, if you turn and you look up at the first step of this sort of obelisk thing, slightly to the left, you aim and you left click throw it. Now, where does it land, you ask? Right on the side. If we detonate that straight away, it's going to disrupt anyone that is planting or defusing. It's another little cool thing to have up your sleeve. If you got this far, then thank you very much for sticking with me. I'll be completing this series by doing every map, as well as any new champions coming out. I'll be giving advice and guides on how to make them the best you possibly can. If you liked the video, then please do drop it a like, and if you wanted to see more like this, then please consider subscribing.